Hey everyone, this is Coach Pollock with another episode of X's and O's Coach Talk. Hey listen, I want to talk about a great football play today. It's one of my top run plays. I love this play, and it's run all over the country, okay? This is counter GY, and I'm going to talk a couple of ways to run this that can help you take care of safeties that are rolling down for the run fit, as well as using your quarterback and your running back as run options using the same blocking scheme. And also adjusting your blocking scheme a little bit based off the front you get to prevent backside penetration. So first of all, we're going to start in a 3-by-1 formation here. So we're on the right hash, okay? And we got the single receiver into the boundary, all right? And we're sitting here with our tight end, okay, sitting right here, all right? This is the field side right here, all right? And say we got an over front that people are running and they want to plus that Mike backer out over that number 3 since it's to the field and it's away from the back here. They want to put a corner and say they got a safety just going to sit there and help run fit this B and D gap right here. Okay, and we got the nickel safety to the field in the corner. Okay, so we got a situation here. We're going to run counter back over here. All right, now this tackle right here, he's going to block first thing inside. Now, if he were to have another man walked up outside this rush here, he would have to collect this rush because we're going to kick the end man. Well, in this situation, the rush in is the end man. So we're going to double team this 2-eye, okay, into the backside Mike backer, okay? Now, if you're sitting here and that safety is sitting way down here and you want to count him as part of the box, you would carry the double team to the wheel. Okay, but they kind of got that safety sitting back there, and we're going to use some RPOs to keep him honest, okay? And this is how we've got to handle this, all right? So right here, normally your center would block back, okay? But now, since that's a 3 technique he's blocking back to, we have taken the guard, instead of pulling the guard on the rush, okay, we've switched responsibilities here, okay? And what we've done is we put him on the 3 and let the center pull if we felt like we had an athletic center that could pull like that. And like I said, because that 3 technique backside will cause you problems if you allow him to do penetration. Now, I have seen people tighten that backside guard split up a lot and make it easier for that center to get to him, okay? All right, and also you're going to gap hinge here with that tackle. So he's going to put his butt in B gap to help with that penetration as well, okay? Now this tight end, he's going to come, he's going to pull, and he wants to be a little bit deeper than the first puller, and he's looking to hug this double team here if he can, all right? Assuming we're getting a kick out. Now, if this guy's just a boy dog and this rush really squeezes hard, we may have to carry this around the horn and get to him. But for this, we're going to say we got a good kick out, and we're up in here, and say this wheel backer is going to scrape right here. We're going to look for the inside number and kind of almost kick him out. We want to attack his inside number and kick him out as best we can, because what we're teaching the running back here, we're teaching him a slide step, and he's going to press A gap, and he's going to hug this double team right here. He's going to hug it right in there. Okay, and I don't know if you didn't see my video on power, I'm going to show you the same running back drill that I use for power, I use for this play. Okay, basically what I do is I set up a quarterback with a running back, I put a ball here, and I've got a coach with a chute right here. Okay, and then of course we snap the ball, running back's pressing, and the coach is moving the chute in that direction as the running back's going, and the running back ends up having to bend it back because you want him to go in the chute. You're just teaching him to hug that gap, and we don't want this play to bounce if at all possible. We're depending on this guy over scraping and us popping it right there is really ideally what we want. Now, like I say, if this guy really squeezes and he has to carry it around, then we may have to follow that tight end. So, we really want to try to feel that tight end's block, okay? But we want to press that thing down right there at A gap. Now, on the backside, we're going to use a bubble concept to try to take care of the nickel, and that'll be a pre-snap deal here, okay? Now, normally what we can do, okay? If we just don't call anything, you can run a hitch out there, or what I really like to do is I like to dual read this and let him, we could cut his split a little bit if we wanted to, so he could get that safety, okay? And that safety's coming in there. All right. Now, another thing that we can do off of this is same kind of a deal, and run a bang 8 and tell your quarterback to read that guy. Okay, if that guy stays back, we're gonna hand the ball off. If that guy comes running up here, we're gonna pull it and throw the bang 8. Okay, that's a great way to take care of him and keep him honest and handle it that way. Another thing we can, now, what you will see defenses do to take this away, they'll put this corner inside leverage on him so he can't run the bang 8, all right? And hey, that's an adjustment defenses make, and you got to be prepared for it. In this situation right here, okay, what you can do, instead of giving him the bang, give him a 9 ball, okay? Now, same deal. If the guy comes down, we got one-on-one out here. We ought to feel good about that. We got one-on-one with no help, all right? If he stays back and tries to help over the top, we can just hand the football off, okay? So that's a way that you can handle this play here and take care of that backside safety they're trying to get to come down and just keep him honest here. Now, another thing that I like to do out of this same formation here, okay, especially teams that start doing this to me, okay? Say you're on the right hash again, and you're in the same 3-by-1 formation here, okay? Now, I'm gonna preface this and say you need a running quarterback to run this, what I'm about to show you, okay? So if you get a overlook again, and they plus, and they got this, and say they've rolled him back, and they've got this safety rolled in, they give you some kind of 3-week look, something like that. Maybe in this situation, they may bring the mic and the wheel in a little bit, give you more of a 4-2 box here instead of plussing that mic out a little bit more with that cover 3 look or whatever. Like I say, it doesn't really matter where they got these guys. They can do what they need. But anyway, biggest thing I want to focus on is you got this safety rolled down to the weak side. Okay, what you can do here is, first of all, you're gonna run your counter, and I'm just gonna pull the guard for argument's sake. Just know that you can pull that center too if you want to. Okay, and then you're gonna wrap up in here. Okay, now your quarterback is reading this guy here. Okay, he's reading this guy here. All right, and we're gonna give an MOR release right here on that corner. Okay, we really want that corner out of there. We don't want him doing anything to get involved in the play. There again, on the backside, you could have the bubble concept, but what I like to do here is put the running back on a rail route, okay? And the quarterback's gonna kind of slide step. He's gonna press, he's gonna press up in there in that A gap, just like he would, like the running back would on this play. And his eyes are on this guy here, okay? If this guy tries to fit in here, he's just gonna throw the ball right out here to the running back, okay? If this guy goes and chases the running back, he's gonna keep the football right here. So that gives you an option there to, there again, take care of that weak safety that they're trying to roll down and get into the run fit, okay? There again, you gotta have a good running quarterback, and he needs to be able to get that ball and press it up to the line of scrimmage. He doesn't need to throw that ball from way back here. Make him press it up and then get rid of it late, okay? All right, so this is one way you can run this combination. It's a great way to attack this 3-week coverage with counter and not just let them roll a safety down and try to take your counter play away from you, okay? Now, another thing that I like to do that kind of keeps them honest, and I really like this, you know, down in the red zone a little bit more and all, is same kind of a situation here, all right? And you know, you can do it a couple different ways, okay? All right, so you got it sitting here. All right, now we're gonna block counter just like we've been blocking, okay? and we're going to give a good ride fake up in there, okay? And then we've got the bubble backside, and we got here, all right? And then right here, I would MOR release this, and basically in this situation, you're have set them up. That safety's coming down. That safety, he's fitting here, he's fitting here. He's just really coming down. And what you want to do here is you want to pull your tight end, act like he's going to block, and then let him pop it right up the middle. Okay, you ride that thing in there really good, drop back, you got an opportunity to get you a big play right there, okay? Like I say, you just keep an eye on, you're just manipulating that safety, working different combinations that's gonna keep him honest. Now, another thing that I like to do with running quarterbacks, okay, let's go back, okay? Let's go back to this same kind of a deal here, all right? And we got the running back sitting here. So now we're planning on him. We're getting the tight end on the wheel backer. We're running counter here, okay? All right, right here, we're gonna block corner, the outside receiver on the corner, number 2 on the nickel, okay? And we wanna motion this guy, and now our quarterback is reading this guy right here, okay? And now in this situation, okay, what you're gonna tag this to where your double team is working to this backer, and you're depending on this safety. You're saying that this safety is gonna come down to be the second guy, so that's gonna be who your tight end is gonna get. You're reading this guy right here, okay? If this guy stays in the box, okay, your quarterback's just gonna throw it out here to the running back. If this guy widens a little bit, and now, maybe your wheel slides, or maybe he slides down a little bit, so now your 2 linebackers are basically your wheel and your safety, okay? Now that's why you're gonna work that wheel, tell your tight end to go here, and then your quarterback's just gonna keep the ball right there, okay? So there again, that's a couple of ways to manipulate that box with motion and get your quarterback in the run game. Your offensive line's doing the same thing with the counter GY, okay? So, I love this play. I think this is a good play that everybody should have in their playbook. It's really a good hard-nosed gap scheme play that's going to have a physical mindset for your football team. It's going to be something you can hang your hat on. So I love the different variations we can do off of it, the different looks that we get, and the different ways we can get different people to football. So, hey, put this in your playbook, make it something that you hang your hat on. I promise you won't be disappointed. Hey, and until next time, go Buffs.